Following the arrest and detention of the CUPP spokesman Ikenga Chinyere, there are fears that Chinyere may not come out of detention alive. The Conference of United Political Parties, at a briefing with newsmen in Abuja, alleged that Ikenga was being kept in a crowded cell that houses about 40 people, which contravenes the safety measures against COVID-19.
This may be part of a plot to ensure that Mr. Ikenga does not leave the police custody alive. It is surprising that at a time the police authorities are expected to decongest detention facilities nationwide as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. The contrary is the case. The CNPP therefore alert all Nigerians of good conscience that Chinyere's life is currently in danger, and the police authority should be held responsible if he tests positive for COVID-19 after 14 days of his release.
It was said that the police came up with an administrative bail option, demanding as part of the bail terms a federal permanent secretary who owns a landed property in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
How on earth can an opposition spokesman get a permanent secretary who was appointed by the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC government, to sign a bail bond? Is it possible? Is it not even more of an impossible task when an instigator of the arrest of Mr. Ikenga, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, is serving the APC interest in the National Assembly? This is a calculated attempt to keep Ikenga in custody as long as possible.
Part of the demands by the CNPP includes, in quotes, immediate release of Ikenga Chinyere unconditionally, that the Inspector General of Police obeys court order or step aside, that President Muhammadu Buhari order all security agencies to henceforth obey court orders, end of quotes. The CNPP reviews its next line of action if its demands are not met.
We will not hesitate to mobilize all the pro-democracy forces and civil society groups for lockdown of the National Assembly if the Speaker of the House of Representatives is not immediately called to order by Mr. President and the APC. The Speaker cannot be a judge in his own case. He cannot be a lawmaker, a law enforcement authority, an interpreter of the law, all at the same time in a country where there is separation of powers.
Insiders revealed that Chinyere, who is currently in police custody, is suffering a throat infection and showed signs that he is unwell. The CUPP spokesman is said to have stood his ground, saying he cannot be cowed by the IGP and Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila. Sources also told Roots TV Nigeria that the IG of Police is set to arraign Chinyere in court on Monday, the 22nd of June 2020. Similarly, the Commissioner Pan-African Youth Union, Oladele John Nihi, has been speaking on the matter.
The man whose constitutional responsibility as an elected member of the House of Rep is to make law for the governance of Nigeria is now the man who is taking law into his hands. Is now the man who is ordering for the arrest of a man that has been barred from being arrested. So one can only imagine what is wrong with these our leaders.
The youth leader reviews steps to be taken.
So by tomorrow, we are moving en masse. Over 5,000 Nigerian youth will be coming out to protest this unjust detention and arrest of Barrister Ikenga.
It will be recalled that the House of Representatives had set up an ad hoc committee led by Honorable Henry Nwabuwa to probe the bribery allegation of $10 million offered to the lawmakers by Bill Gates to accelerate the quick passage of Control Infectious Disease Bill 2020. Speaker of the lower house, angered by the allegations, was said to have influenced Chinyere's arrest on the 18th of June 2020.